Okay traders, so we are back with another tier list, and today I'm going to be rating apps and softwares that you might need in your Forex trading. Previously on the channel I did rate prop firms, so I went through the prop firms that I'd used in the past, my experiences and the ratings. And if you do want an updated version of the prop firm tier list, be sure to let me know and comment that down below. But I have 9 different apps that I feel like many traders will find useful and ones that I personally use, and I'm going to rank them. And the ranking system we actually have here starts with essential, which obviously means that you can't really trade without it. We have very good, good, not bad, and you don't need it, but it is cool. And I don't know if there's going to be an app in every single one of these categories, but they are there for the sake of the video. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through one by one, and I'm going to explain why you could use each one and why it is in each category. So we're going to start with Excel or Google Sheets or whatever spreadsheet software that you are actually using. And I don't think this is essential because, usually you're using Excel for collecting data on a strategy, but there are other ways to actually do that now. And some people don't like using Excel for their backtesting. They say it takes too long. I would personally say that if you do want to collect proper data, you want to collect personal data and not stats that are provided by, other backtesting softwares or journaling softwares. They obviously think they know what you want, and a lot of the features you do actually want, but there are going to be those features that they're not on there and you need to know them. So when I do my news trading data collection, so I have an NFP strategy, I did all that on Excel, and obviously I was trading before all these backtesting softwares were actually live. So I've obviously always traded and backtested with Excel. So I would say it is a very, very good program for traders, and you probably should get used to learning and using Excel, especially with all the various different formulas that you can actually use to benefit your trading for the future. And keeping on the theme of backtesting and data collection, we have FX Replay next. And a lot of these columns, they will have certain apps, but the main premise of this video is showing you, okay, a backtesting software or a risk management software. It isn't the particular app, it's just to show you what an example of that app could be. So FX Replay is obviously an example of a backtesting software, and I would say that this is essential. I don't think you can become a profitable trader without backtesting. Some people might say otherwise, but you can't build a strategy without testing on previous data. You can't just go in live and trade a strategy. You can't just forward test and trade a strategy, because if you want to collect enough data on that strategy, it's going to take you a hell of a lot of time forward testing. And imagine, you do that for a year and it doesn't work. You just wasted a year of your life. So I'm going to put this in the essential tab, and just like the reasons I said, you can't build a strategy without it. It's not a massive expense compared to what you can potentially make as a result of it. Next, we have the FTMO logo, and this just means prop firm accounts. And the reason this is on here as like an app or a software is because it is a website that you use, and that's just how it is. And I would say prop firms, it's not an essential. You don't need prop firms to make money. Are they very, very good? Most likely. For, I might be biased because I traded them quite heavily over the past few years, but I would put them in good, because some traders, prop firms are quite difficult to pass. You could be a very, very good trader. Let's say you're making 5-10% per year. You have a very, very low max drawdown. You're a very, very good trader in terms of stats. But if you try and take a prop firm challenge, you're only going to be passing phase 1 and phase 2 in maybe 18 months or 24 months. And is it really worth doing that? Most likely not. You could also be another type of trader that has a higher drawdown, and then you breach the challenges. And then once you actually become profitable, you pass phase 1, you pass phase 2, you have a drawdown, account blown. And these are kind of the issues that some traders actually have. You could be profitable overall, a personal account, you'd be profitable, and you go to trade prop firms and you are then no longer profitable, and it does end up in a losing situation for you, even though you would be profitable on a personal account. So you do have to adjust your trading type. Sometimes, I'm not saying every single person has to do this, but sometimes you have to change your trading style, your trading type, to kind of tailor it towards prop firm challenges and funded accounts to ensure you get paid, to ensure you don't blow the accounts. That's why it's in good and not very, very good or essential. But next we do have one that is essential, and here I have it as MT4, but I just have this as a trading platform. And this is essential for the reason you can probably think of. You can't enter trades without a trading platform. So I prefer MT4. A lot of people say, oh, why do you like MT4? It's so ugly compared to MT5 or compared to C Trader. But I think it is the best. It's the one I've been using since 2019, and I don't think I'd ever want to switch. I know everyone is kind of moving towards MetaTrader 5, but MetaTrader 4, in my opinion, is the best platform, especially if you're using it on PC as well as your phone. PC, you can do the drag stop loss thing that people say you can do on MT5 on your phone, but realistically, who is actively trading from their phone? It just isn't really a good thing to do. I only use it to check positions or, you know, show the camera because it is quite cool and it does look cool for screenshots. But I usually actively trade on my computer, and there is virtually no difference between MT4 and MT5. And C Trader is quite similar, but a trading platform is definitely essential. Next, we have FX Street, and I use FX Street for looking at the news. So if I'm looking, okay, what news is there this week, any trading updates, I will go onto a website such as FX Street. And I think this is very good because there are obviously other ways of looking at the news. You can actually look at the news on TradingView as well. So your trading platform might also have the news. I'm pretty sure C Trader did have the news. So depending on your platform, depending on your analysis platform too, there are other ways to find out news. But as someone who sometimes trades news, I trade through news, I hold through news, especially on my higher time frame accounts. I want to know when it's happening, and I want to know what news to avoid, what trades to avoid because of an upcoming news event. And if you are oblivious to an upcoming news event, it can absolutely obliterate your account, obliterate your stop loss, and you can get some crazy slippage. So I would personally say it's very, very good, and you don't want to be trading news unexpectedly because that can be a traumatizing experience. Next, we have MyFX Book, and this signifies a third-party track record verification service. And I would say this is in the don't need, but it's cool. The reason why it's a don't need category is because it doesn't make you more profitable. It doesn't help your trading in any way. The only real benefit is you can show people you're profitable. You can show people your stats. That's kind of the main benefit to a platform like this. You can't earn money off MyFX Book unless you use that little signal copier thing. But probably is other better ways to actually do that to make extra money on your profits. But I do think it is cool. It's quite easy to see your stats. It takes 5 seconds to load up an account. It's free as well. And yeah, you don't need it. It doesn't change your trading. You don't make more money without it or with it. So again, it's not essential. It's not very good. And I would say it's cool, but again, it's not a necessity to trade. Next, we have TradingView. And again, I would put this in very good. The reason why it's not an essential is because you don't technically need it to trade. If you are trading on TradingView and using it as your trading platform, this is, again, okay to do. And that would make it essential. But because we already have our trading platform in essential, you don't technically need TradingView. I could do my analysis on MT4. I could do my analysis on C Trader or MT5. It's not the platform that is really the issue here. But TradingView is obviously the cleanest, the smoothest, the easiest to use as a analysis platform. That is why it is in the very good category. They also have features like the replay mode. You can look at the news on there. You can actually trade on there. You can practice your paper trading if you're looking to forward test positions that you don't want to trade on a live account. You know, there are various different features to using TradingView. And one of my favorites is obviously the screenshot feature. When I'm doing my back testing, you can take a little screenshot. You either save the image or you save the URL. You either save the image or the URL, and again, easily accessible, and you can see all your trades. But it's not an essential because you can do the analysis on your MetaTrader or your trading platform usually. Next, we have a risk management app. Here I have Stenu, which is a risk management app that I use. And make sure you are calculating your risk before entering a position, because you want to know how much you're going to lose before you enter the trade. And I would say that this is essential. As a trader, you need to know what you are going to lose on a trade. If you go into a trade blindly, a random lot size, random stop loss, how are you going to even know if you're going to be profitable long term? You're risking 1% in your testing, risk 1% live. And how do you know that you're risking 1%? You could obviously do the quick maths in your head, or you could press 3 or 4 clicks on your phone and then you already have the lot size calculated for you. Again, it's probably not worth doing the maths and then making a mistake. You then lost more of your account that you didn't want to lose. So I would say a risk management tool is essential, and Stenu is the one that I use. And we also have Edgewalk, and this is to signify a journaling software. And I would say that this is good because we have Excel in very, very good. And this means Excel, you can obviously do your back testing, you can do your journaling. It has multiple different uses. So when we're looking at a journaling software that is dedicated towards journaling, it is good, but you can get other alternatives. You can get free alternatives like Excel spreadsheets. But the reason it's in good is because it calculates all the stats for you. It will give you basically improvement opportunities for your strategy, which is always great because you can always improve your strategy. And that's what people don't understand. You might be making an incredible return, but you can always make more. You can always lose less. You can always lose smaller. You can always win bigger. So if you actually can figure out the stats, you can figure out where you're going wrong or improvements that you can make, even if you're doing everything completely perfect according to your plan, you can always improve. And if you don't have a 100% win rate, there's obviously improvements to be made. So it is in good. The main reason for that is because it can help you massively, just as prop firms can that are in the same category, but you don't need it. So it's not an essential. And it's also not something that is just a gimmick. It can help you massively. And I would always recommend people to use a journaling software. And the reason for this is, again, it can make you more money. It can actually help you understand your psychology during live trades. Your management decisions, your entry decisions, and your exit decisions can all be monitored on a journaling software. And hopefully that can make you more profitable. So this is the end list in this video. If you have any changes you would make to this, be sure to let me know in the comments section down below. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.